Sup, gamers? Liza P is coming out, and I'm pretty stoked on it. For those who don't know, it's basically Pinocchio, but you're in a Dark Souls game. So today I'm checking out Liza P's boss gameplay showcase that they dropped on their channel, I think last night. The idea being that you get to see some of the early boss fights and the mechanics, see what it's like to play some of the game, use some different weapons and stuff like that. I'll be streaming it tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST, twitch.tv/BlakeChaos. Find a link to that in the description below. But without any further bullshit, let's actually take a look at some of these boss fights, see what we think so far. Okay, I think we're in for a treat. I love the, like, aesthetic and world of this game. I don't know why. It feels like the Eternal Unicorn, and I feel like I'm fighting Copernicus right now. Okay, so we're stuck with some boss that looks like he's real shield heavy. I would imagine you just want to get behind him. Maybe it's really hard to do. Okay, the parry looks really sick. All right. Pretty well broadcasted kick. Oh, so this is one of the associated powers for the mechanical arm. That's pretty hype. I wonder if the powers also get translated to your weapon, because it looks like the weapon was also electrified or electrocuted. This looks terrifying. It's like a dead squid monster slash tree. Looks like it has a bone axe. And it's absolutely obliterating the puppet right now. It's like it's already killed somebody else. Cut those toenails, though, my guy. Are you fighting with a fireman's axe? That's amazing. That is one thing that seems kind of cool about this game, is there's a lot of different weapon types. Okay, it looks like we have a hot poker now. Oh, that's like just a big knife that is on fire. Okay. All right. So in addition to just like being able to suit up yourself like from your mechanical arm, it looks like you can pick up weapons or craft weapons maybe that have various elemental abilities like burning. So we've seen like burning and electricity. I wonder how that interplays with your arm. All right, this feels more like you're leading into a boss fight. These feel minion-y. I am stoked for the music because I'm a big fan of France. And it feels like they really match some of the French aesthetic. Like, I mean, this song is pretty popular. Or at least this particular singing style is pretty popular. So this is pretty sick. I do like that we're continually fighting just crazy puppets. I'm terrified of clowns, and it is definitely my favorite film. So that's gonna probably haunt my nightmares trying to fight that one. I would have liked to see that boss battle. Okay, we're really big on the tentacles. Do you have a face? I don't know. Okay, oh, little spin move, little spin action. You do have a face, I see it now. So now we're fighting with like a scythe. This guy just seems like he's a ground and pound, does a lot of swinging action. I feel like I'm not seeing a whole lot of like abilities out of the bosses. Oh, okay, now you just cook him up. And that looks like it was coming straight out of the hand. So again, being able to do like elemental style damage seems to be popular. Whoa, that's a finishing move. And there goes his arms. Okay, this guy looks pretty similar to the last two bosses, to be honest. Real strange faces, I'll tell you that much. These look less mechanical than I would have expected in terms of like bosses. But it looks like you can drop mines. And you can block. Now we're just fighting with a machete and dropping like nail mines, it looks like, based on the arm. Some of these bosses look like they're really easy. Okay, this looks a little terrifying. Like something out of, you know, the newest horror film that just came out from Blumhouse. / Ninja Turtles with that brain. Okay, this one seems like it's more on par with my expectations for difficulty. Because it moves really fast. Is wielding two weapons at once. One short, one long. Oh! And it's got you skewered there? That's terrible. Okay, so you can actually have a shield in addition on your arm. The arm equipment's gonna be kind of cool. I'm excited to see like the different things you can come up with and different play styles you can make with what you equip on your arm and then what you're running, I guess, in your right hand. Giant scythe. Okay, based on the arena, this feels like a more of a like boss, if you will, because there's way more space. Looks like it's hitting harder. Yeah, like every time it hits, you get knocked down, basically. Oh, and you can... The parry and block looks like that's going to be really important to figure out and time very well. I'm assuming whoever this is, maybe it's a dev, understands the gameplay really well, so they're parrying, making it look easy, which I'm sure it won't be. Smash! Okay, there's some abilities. Whoa. Did that just let them, like, jump forward with the sauce? Or are they just, like, spewing sauce as they're getting hit? I can't really tell. Okay, so these last two look like epic bosses. Let's put it that way. Like, more intense than the former few we've seen. Outside of the brain lady, who seemed like they were crazy. Now, I can't tell if this is a multiplayer or this is, like, a companion of yours. If it's a companion, it makes me think the boss is probably a pretty tough fight. Because it looks like they're taking a lot of the focus. Oh, so they have minds of their own, so you have to watch out for various, like, AoE on the ground. Lots of heavy swings. Okay. Now we're just, you know, ratchet and clanking our way through this boss fight, apparently. This is a giant, just, ratchet hammer. Okay, still using, it looks like the explosive mines, but you can shoot them from your arm, so maybe it's a different ability. It's pretty sick. Is that the last fight? Yeah, okay, so that's the last fight. All right, so, I mean, overall, I gotta say I don't know how I feel about the level of bosses they're showcasing here, because we go from everything from, let me just, like, hop back a little bit, like something super chill. Like, yeah, this boss has a little bit of jumping, a little bit of movement, but it feels like a mid-range, medium-tier boss, if that makes any sense. And then we don't really see the clown gameplay. This boss feels kind of the same as the former. Like, it's medium size. It has some, like, smashy swings, but it doesn't look like its mechanics are that crazy. It's really not until we get to, let's see if I can hop to her. Really, it's once you get back to here that this is where you start to really feel like, okay, these are going to be hard bosses to fight. Or this starts to give you that more Souls-like feel of, like, there's just massive intensity and, like, you're really having to think about dodging, parrying, and basically, I guess, weapons you're equipping. Because they are running through different loadouts, if you will, between the arm and the offhand. And then we did see some, like, what I would call epic bosses, right? So lots more space dedicated to them. They look like they actually have mechanics. You can't just, like, go hacking and slashing all your way in. Like, you're probably getting one shot right there. And that, I guess that's the other part of this video that it's hard to tell what's going on. Because, like, there's no health bars of either, you know, your character, so P, or the boss. You don't really know how much damage is being done. This is obviously, like, for specifically just to showcase some boss gameplay. It would have been helpful to see, like, health bars and things to get a better sense of, like, how powerful each one of these bosses are. But I guess, like, at first I was a little bit bummed at some of what felt like lackluster bosses in the beginning. Like, maybe they should have shown, like, a big one at the front. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit concerned about, like, okay, is this the level of bosses we're gonna get? Is this really gonna be that difficult to play? But as you get further into the trailer, it looks like they go through some much more, like, mid-tier, more epic bosses, a lot bigger style bosses that you would probably expect from a game like this.